Hello, I'm Dr. Yende. Why do some people feel mentally sharp all day while others battle brain fog, energy crashes, and trouble concentrating? Why can some maintain focus for hours while others struggle to think clearly before lunch? Most assume the answer lives inside the brain. Modern neuroscience is revealing something more surprising. The story often begins with metabolism. Not just what you eat, but how your body makes energy. Today we'll talk about metabolic flexibility and how the brain responds when it shifts from glucose to ketones. The fuel powering your brain may affect far more than your waistline. It can influence focus, attention, memory, mood, inflammation, and long-term cognitive resilience. For decades, we were taught a simple rule: the brain runs on glucose. That's true, but incomplete. The human brain is adaptable. When glucose is scarce, the liver produces ketone bodies, a highly efficient alternative fuel. During fasting, prolonged carbohydrate restriction, or nutritional ketosis, the brain can derive a large portion of its energy from ketones. This adaptation helped our ancestors survive food scarcity and represents an important piece of metabolic flexibility: the ability to switch fuels depending on circumstance. Neurons are among the body's most energy-hungry cells. Every thought, memory, decision, and movement consumes energy. Mitochondria, the cell's power plants, produce that energy and also regulate signaling, inflammation, oxidative stress, and cellular survival. When ketones become available, mitochondria appear to operate more efficiently, using a cleaner metabolic pathway with potentially less oxidative stress and metabolic noise. Many people entering ketosis report the same subjective effect: mental clarity, more stable energy, less brain fog, better concentration, fewer afternoon crashes. Why might that happen? One plausible mechanism is energy stability. Glucose levels can swing dramatically, especially after processed meals, spikes and subsequent crashes that force the brain to constantly adapt. Ketones provide a steadier fuel supply, and that metabolic consistency may support more reliable cognitive performance. Inflammation is another key link. The brain is exquisitely sensitive to inflammatory signaling. Chronic neuroinflammation is associated with cognitive decline, mood disorders, and impaired executive function. Ketone metabolism appears to modulate several inflammatory pathways, and researchers are investigating whether ketosis can reduce specific forms of neuroinflammatory activity. This isn't a cure-all, it's a promising intersection of metabolism and neurobiology. The blood-brain barrier, the brain's security system, also responds to metabolic health. Insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, and metabolic dysfunction can compromise barrier integrity over time. Improving metabolic flexibility may help preserve that barrier and support long-term neurological resilience, though we're still learning the details. Executive function, planning, sustained attention, resisting distractions, decision-making, relies heavily on the prefrontal cortex, a region with enormous energy demands. Many professionals pursue ketogenic strategies not primarily for weight loss, but for cognitive performance. Investors, athletes, entrepreneurs, physicians seeking prolonged mental endurance. For some, metabolic strategies translate into tangible gains in focus and mental stamina. Let's be clear, ketosis is not magic, and responses vary widely. Some people thrive, others don't notice a difference or find it unsustainable. Ketosis is not required for great brain health. Exercise, sleep, stress management, social connection, and overall metabolic health remain essential. The goal is physiology, not ideology. The takeaway is this: brain and metabolism are inseparable. Every meal influences brain chemistry. Every metabolic pathway influences neurons. The future of neuroscience may depend as much on metabolic context as on neural circuits themselves. Neurolongevity isn't just avoiding disease, it's preserving function, keeping memory, focus, and resilience high as we age. Before you ask, "What should I think?" ask instead, "What is fueling my thoughts?" Every thought has a metabolic cost. How efficiently that energy is produced matters. I'm Dr. Yende with OXYZEN Health Intelligence. Have you experimented with fasting, ketogenic nutrition, or metabolic flexibility training? Did you notice changes in focus, energy, mood, recovery, or cognitive performance? Share your experience in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode.